Welcome. We're here at the Mascoma Savings Bank location on 67 North Park Street in Lebanon. I'm your host, Elizabeth D'Orazio, and right now I am joined by Linda Copp, who is the Executive Director of the City Center Ballet, which is celebrating its 16th anniversary this year. She's a founding member, and she's going to tell us wonderful things that this wonderful production company has been doing through the years. So Linda, I want to thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for the invitation to be here. It's always a great pleasure to talk about City Center Ballet and the wonderful people that I get to work with. And they're from a very large community all over the Upper Valley. So we're really love to talk about it. Not an issue at all for me.
16 years you've been part of this. How did City Center Ballet actually start?
I owned and operated the Lebanon Ballet School. We were under a different name at that time. And the person I was working with, Ruth Mayer, who is the founding director with me, and I realized that we had some very wonderful dancers who wanted to pursue dancing. And the only way that they would be able to do that is if they left our communities and they went away to private schools that offered very competitive dance programs. Learning the ballet repertory is part of the education of a dancer that's invaluable. Learning to perform in a theater and before an audience, those are things that dancers need to have. And we realized that venue did not exist here. So we decided that the best way to go about that was to form City Center Ballet, which is a 501c3 nonprofit, and let the community support it and support these young dancers in the same manner that they would support a football or a basketball team.
Right.
And so we began. And here we are 16 years later. Things have evolved, they've changed. Dancers still are primarily from the Lebanon Ballet School, but we've had dancers join the company who are Dartmouth students, people from outside rather within our community when they move into the area. So it's very diverse in who comes in. And what we generally do is we present 2 ballets a year of the classical repertory. Then we also try to create an arts and educational program that we can bring into the area schools.
Yes.
And so this year we have Clara's Dream, which we kick off in December. We're doing a production of Alice in Wonderland in the spring. It's the 150th anniversary of the publication of the book, so we want to celebrate that. And so Jennifer Henderson, who is our resident choreographer, and a whole team of amazing volunteers are creating this ballet that's going to be incredibly magical. It's as magical as Jennifer's Clara's Dream.
And it's volunteers. So
primarily volunteers. We do bring in professional people. When we have a casting that needs a professional dancer or primarily male dancers, we haven't had a lot of homegrown male dancers.
We need to recruit for those.
We need to recruit for those male dancers. So we tend to bring in our guest artists for dancing that way. Often we'll use a professional set designer, but the person painting the set may be a volunteer. We have an exceptional costumer. Her name is Elizabeth Laurie. She basically, one day at a meeting, I said, does anyone here sew without a pattern? And she raised her hand, and she just has been unbelievably creative. She's already created the white rabbit, and the mask is it's absolutely charming. And she just is extremely clever and volunteers hours and hours of time.
So what would you say to someone who might want to get interested in ballet, and how would they best reach you?
There's 2 ways of reaching us. If they're interested in classes, they want to contact LebanonBalletSchool.com. If they're interested in City Center Ballet as a volunteer or perhaps as a member of the company or in some manner, citycenterballet.org is where they want to go.
And also volunteers. You're looking for people in the community who can help decorate and help make this a wonderful production season for you.
Yes, always. And come to the ballet.
We will.
Boston Ballet right now has a slogan that says "Rethink Ballet," so we'd like to adapt that as well and come to the ballet if you haven't been in a while.
Well, if you've been
It's
here
worth seeing.
16 years and the community loves you, so I think you know how to do that.
Yes, we hope so.
Well, don't forget to check out the City Center Ballet and look at Linda's hard work. And also, if you're interested in the ballet, try to join. If you think you want to volunteer your time and talents, it goes to a very worthy and lovely cause.